Good afternoon, world. It's Wednesday, so it's time for the midweek pickup. My bad for the few regulars that do watch. I usually post in the morning, but today I was running a little behind schedule. Last week, I started doing a brand awareness type thing. This week, I've been doing it every day where I post a picture of me in a shirt by a brand, by one of my people, one of my family members, one of my good friends, and I try and promote their brand, their dream on the midweek pickups on all my social media access points and everything. And this week I wanted to showcase Project Grey Wolf's work. I know you probably seen this shirt before because I believe I wore it for the beginning of the month for breast cancer awareness. This is a Black Girl Magic shirt. My boy OD designed it. He is very, very talented. I do have a few other shirts that I have from him that he has made for me. He made my B&B barbecue shirts for me. So he's really starting to get out there with the shirt game and everything. Good quality work always. And just another example of somebody following their dream and going on and pursuing it. And that's what I try to promote here every week with Midweek Pickup. That's what I try to promote with life itself, period. You know what I'm saying? If you have a dream, follow your dream, put it into effect, and make it happen. You'll see how far you can actually get when you actually stop procrastinating and just go on and do what you feel like you should be doing instead of trying to make somebody else rich. You can try and focus on making yourself rich. And, like I said, he has many other different designs that he does. So, again, every week, probably until the end of the year, because I do have quite a few people that are in my circle that have their own brands that are trying to do their own things. So probably until the end of the year, I'm going to be supporting my people, just as you should too. Support your people. You know what I'm saying? Hashtag support your people, support your brand, support their brand, so we can kind of help each other get to the top where we're trying to get to. Since this is the last Wednesday in the month of October, and it is Breast Cancer Awareness Month, I kind of wanted to, share my experience that I've had with dealing with someone with breast cancer. I've known a lot of people in my life that has had cancer, period. All different types of cancer. It's a very, very horrible disease, and it's taken us out, pretty rapidly. I just lost an uncle last year to cancer, and it's been about 20 years now, or maybe a little bit over 20 years that I really lost the first major person in my life, and that was my grandmother, my mom's mom, my big mama is what we used to call her, and we lost her to breast cancer. And of course, it was over 20 years ago. Medicine has, evolved a lot since then. But let me tell you a little bit about that situation, because a lot of people, especially a lot of my people, and I'm saying our ethnicity, I'm saying we don't go to the doctor. We don't like going to the doctor. We don't like to hear bad news. So a lot of us try and stray away from going to the doctor. I've tried to preach this for a while just to my inner circle, and I'm going to preach it to everybody else as well. If you have insurance, there's no reason for you not to be going to the doctor, ever. I mean, I don't care, whatever it's for. You feel a little sick, your throat hurting, you got a limp, whatever the case may be. You have insurance. You pay for insurance. If you have free insurance, that's even better. But you pay for insurance. It comes out of your check every month. So I don't understand why people don't utilize the fact that they have insurance, and if something's wrong, something doesn't feel right with them, they should go to the doctor. It's kind of like 1 + 1 = 2 type thing. If you have it, utilize it, because sometimes we don't utilize it and then we miss something and we catch it too late. My grandmother, she was not like that. Of course, she did go to the doctor and everything. I don't know how it came about up into the fact I kind of came in on it while she was going through it. So I didn't know the previous things that happened, like the doctor's visits that she was going to. I couldn't be nothing but probably about 10 or 11 when she was first diagnosed, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, and I could be mistaken. But she beat it. She beat it, and I remember, I believe we were in year-round school, as a matter of fact, and we went out there and we stayed with my grandmother and everything, and we took care of her, and then she went to the doctor. They said the cancer was gone. We were excited, strength was returning, everything like that, and not too long after that, it came back, and it came back a lot more aggressive than it was before. And, of course, she was already going to the doctor, so she was getting the treatment. She was, chemo was very rough, very, very rough back then. I know it's still rough now, but it was worse then. You could tell, just like now, when somebody has gone through a chemotherapy treatment, how it drains them, how their pigmentation can change. My grandmother had a hard time walking sometimes. So, I remember one time me and my mom and my little sister was out there taking care of her. And it was a few times that I had to go and help my mom pick my grandmother up, literally pick her up. And either put her in the bed or help get her dressed and things like that. And at the time I was young, so I really didn't understand the full magnitude of what was going on. But now that I look back on it, I'm not saying that it's more that we could have done for her or anything, because I believe that everybody in my family did as much as they possibly could do, especially seeing that back then, medicine wasn't as advanced as it is now. But, when I look back on it, we did a lot of work, and we tried to be there as much as we possibly could for my grandmother. And, cancer ended up getting the best of her or whatever, and that was my first loss, I guess, on this earth, that I really could understand what it meant, seeing that I'd seen her go through it and everything, and then she actually passed away. So it was kind of, it was very hard. It's still hard to think about it. It's hard to even talk about it right now. But, everything, of course, happens for a reason. God always has a plan, and that's been my guardian angel, ever since she went away, ever since God called her home. But breast cancer is very, very real. So if all the women out there, if you have any type of feeling or any type of, something that's worrying you that may make you think that you're feeling irregular, go get checked out, get your mammogram. I think it's every 6 months, go out and do those type of things, because it's always better if you can catch something before it gets too bad, and then in some cases it's nothing that you can do about it. In some cases, though, I knew a person, which is one of my good friends. His cousin, she had stage 4 cancer, and she's really, fighting it really good. She's putting up a great fight against cancer right now, and she's getting better. She's getting stronger, and prayers go out to her, to their whole family and everything like that, because that cancer is a battle, and you would always need everybody that you could have close to you, around you, support you as much as you can. So if you do have someone in your family that has cancer, make sure that you try and be there for them as much as you possibly can. And also, with our health as well, like I was saying earlier, insurance is almost a racket, because of course they take it out of your check every month just in case something happens. And I just don't understand, or I don't see the logic in how can you be paying for something for a whole year, and you don't go to the doctor that whole year just because you may be scared of what may be the outcome of going to the doctor, when you could go get checked out, find out everything's okay, and start learning the things that you have to do to prevent certain things. Certain things we can't prevent, but there's a lot of things that we can prevent. And that starts with, staying healthy, eating right, things like that. So we're coming to the end of the year really, really fast. And a lot of people make New Year's resolutions, and they want to, by this new year, I'm going to go out and I'm going to, I'm exercise every day. I'm going to eat right every day. Let's not even wait until New Year's for that. Let's make some New Year's Eve resolutions or whatever. Let's set some goals for the end of the year, and by December 31st, let's hit these goals. You know what I'm saying? So we can go into 2017 with the fire behind us that we need, because we mess up sometimes by trying to think too far in the future, or saying, okay, yeah, I found out this, on Wednesday. I'll wait until Monday to implicate it or put it into effect. Let's not wait anymore. Stop waiting. Last week I talked about procrastination. This kind of ties into it as well. What are you waiting for? You know what I'm saying? Go to the doctor, get checked up. Do the things that you have to do to prevent some of the illnesses that can attack you and that can take you down. Not take you away permanently, but just can take you down from your everyday life, that would branch off to less money, problems, stress, things like that. Be preventative as much as you possibly can, so you can have an easier road that you're trying to walk down and try and get through. So with Breast Cancer Awareness Month almost over, I just want to tell everybody, go get checked. It's very important. Even men get breast cancer too. A lot of people don't think that or whatever, or a lot of people think it's weird, but yes, men do get breast cancer too. So fellas, if something don't seem right up in there, just go to the doctor. Diseases don't really have genders, so it's not like you can be like, oh, this is a woman's disease or something like that. Breast cancer is very, very real, and it's taken out a lot of people already, and it's still taking people out today. So do whatever you can to make sure that you're on the up and up, at least in that area, as much as you possibly can. And then also, let's set some New Year's Eve resolutions, and let's make these goals happen before New Year's. We got about 2 months really until December 31st. Let's sit down and really think about some things that we have to have done, or we want to have done, or we want to see change, and just see if you can do it until the new year comes. And then you done already knocked down a major goal starting for 2017. It's already one is already out the way. That should give you the fire and the drive to keep going, and that should put you in the mindset of, hey, I did this at the last minute at the end of 2016. I know I can make this happen in 2017 before the first quarter's over. That's what it's always all about. It's always about evolution. It's about change. It's about becoming something better than you were even 5 minutes ago, 10 minutes ago, 10 seconds ago. The main objective in all of our lives should be always to be better than you were before. And if you were great before, that's cool. You can be even better. Let's strive to do that. With that being said, I'm going to go on and end it. God first, family second. Everything else will follow. Everybody have a great week. I knew it was something I was forgetting. I was thinking about it in my head. Today is my little sister's birthday. My little sister. One of the greatest gifts that I got from God. I remember when I was about 5, maybe, 5, and I asked God for a little sister. I didn't ask him for a little brother. I didn't ask him for nothing else. I prayed to God and I asked him if he could bless me with a little sister, and he did, and it was completely awesome from then on, even though she might not think I thought it was, but she is one of the strongest females that I know. The things that she's accomplished, the turmoil that she's gotten through, everything that happens in life, that happens to you and me every day. My sister, I've seen her jump over some really high hurdles and survive some of anything that somebody can throw at them. So today I want to say happy birthday, Jaleesa Chambers, Pookie, or Lisa as everybody else calls her, but I don't. I call her Jaleesa because that's the name that I gave her. But happy birthday, Pookie. Many, many more. I love you, and I will see you later. Everybody else, y'all have a great week. I voted yesterday. I did vote yesterday. The process was not bad. I was probably in there 20 minutes. I went to the Lone Star campus, the Sci-Fair Center. For all of y'all in this area, the line was really quick. I went in there, got my vote on. I went back and double checked to make sure that nothing changed before I cast my ballot and everything. But hear me when I say this. Even though we have some horrible candidates to pick from, you still need to go out and vote. You still have to do that type of stuff. Even if you feel like hey, let me just vote for the lesser of the two evils. Do it. You have to vote because it's very important, because you're going to end up getting something that you didn't want. And then we stuck with that for 4 years. So unless they get impeached or something. But yeah, go out and vote. Everybody have a good weekend.